This is our podcast song. It isn't very long.
Hey.
Hi, Kristina. Hey, everybody else, too. Thanks for tuning in to Laughing with Gingers.
The podcast where two feisty redheads with loud laughs share crazy stories, play games, and spread silliness and joy.
That little lady over there who's terrified of the holiday we are addressing today as our topic is my partner in crime on the Laughing with Gingers podcast, Kristina Curry.
Oh, God. That is Sara, a.k.a. Prankster Monk, which is a perfect name for you on a day like today, and my co-host of Laughing with Gingers.
Get ready to laugh, y'all, because we are talking about April Fools today.
Oh, my goodness. Well, I decided to ask Google if April Fool's is celebrated like all over the world. And the answer is, yeah, kind of, a little bit.
Okay. I decided to ask Google and then ABC News. What makes a good prank?
Ooh, break it down. That's
Yeah.
great. I can't wait. I won't put it into use, but I can't wait.
Well, do you want me to go first then?
Yeah, let's have you go first.
Okay. So this article comes from Eric Striffler, who is a prolific prankster. So much so that while in high school, administrators started to take notice and eventually started sanctioning his pranks. Today, he showcases his practical jokes on YouTube, and these are his tips for successful pranks. Are you
All right.
ready?
Yep. I'm taking notes.
Okay, so he says he's always been a big fan of pranks and practical jokes and has experienced plenty of good ones and just as many bad ones. So that's why he's writing this. And there's a lot that goes into playing a prank, more than one might realize. So here are the tips to keep in mind for planning out your shenanigans.
Mm.
So, first of all, you want to ask yourself, what reaction are you looking for? Eric Striffler says he likes to keep his pranks lighthearted rather than mean-spirited, but that everyone is different. And his ideal prank ends with everyone laughing rather than one person upset while everyone else laughs at their expense. Totally agree.
Mhm.
Um, this is something you have to decide for yourself before you start putting the plan into motion because it's going to have a major impact on every aspect of the prank from beginning to end.
I agree with that one.
Me too. I actually agree with all of these. Do you want more or do you
Yeah,
want to?
let's have one more.
Okay. So the second question to ask yourself is, what is your prank? There are plenty of websites and different prank ideas, but the best ones are the ones you come up with on your own. Also, could not agree more because I cannot count the number of people who have told me that they've done that shower bouillon cube thing. And one, I'm kind of always like, did you actually do it? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Mhm.
You look confused.
Is it the like, I'm guessing you put a bouillon cube, like, in the head of the shower, so then it turns on and it's coming out, like, brown?
Yeah, and also it makes you smell like cooked meat.
Oh, I would not be okay with that prank.
It's just like a weird one. Also, it's like I would imagine like it causes molds in the shower head. Anyway, most people don't know how to take their shower heads off. So I always question when people tell me they actually did it, if I think that
Mhm,
they actually had the ability to pull it off. But
mhm.
um okay, so you can build off of pre-existing pranks. For example, he once reversed the classic funnel in the pants prank, in which you change someone, or you challenge someone to drop a quarter from their forehead to a funnel stuck to the front of their jeans. And then you pour water into the funnel when they're not when they're looking up with the quarter on their forehead, so it like makes it look like yeah.
Ah.
Um, And he says he convinced his friend that he would be the one demonstrating the challenge for the victim, but instead he got the water poured down their pants and realized that they were the one being pranked. So he like switched it on them. Um,
Mm.
this could be a good way to get an old prank that most people won't fall for anymore to actually work.
The old switcheroo.
The old switcheroo. You want to give me a celebration and then I'll tell you the next question to ask yourself?
Yeah, so I was like, "Huh, okay, so April Fools is celebrated, not just in the US." And so I'm like, "Well, where is it celebrated? And like, is it called the same thing? Do they do the same thing?" And it varies a little bit here and there. So in Brazil, it's known as the Dia da Mentira, which is the day of the lie. Which makes it sound worse, I think. Like, I think I would feel more at ease knowing it's the day of the lie, and I'm like, "Okay, I'm going into April Fools knowing that there's nothing truthful about this day," versus, like, April Fools where I'm waiting to be made a fool of.
That makes sense. I mean, it's kind of like opposite day.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Don't believe anything on the day of the lie. And then France and in Italy, actually, and this is mostly like among school children, but April's Fool's Day is observed by sneakily putting a paper fish on someone's back, and then the hapless victim discovers the prank, and the successful prankster will yell out, "Poisson d'avril," which means April fish.
April
Which is
fish.
weird. Oh, man. I so apparently it came like, the idea of, like, this being, like, a fish that's related to April is because way back in the day, I guess there was like they would go fishing in April, like they would start their fishing for the spring, but oftentimes it was too early, so the fishermen would come back and lie about how much they caught. So that's one theory of where it all came from and why they scream April fish at you.
That's
Ah,
hysterical.
I know, isn't that weird? There's another one that's funny. I'll do one more and then we'll go back. But in Poland, I can't even say the phrase because it's in Poland and it's really difficult, but it translates to April Fool's Day. Be careful, you can be wrong. I have no idea why.
You can be wrong.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm guessing that means you could, maybe that's the equivalent to being a fool. I don't know.
It could be a lost in translation kind of thing.
Yeah, 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 I'm thinking that might be. But anyways. Alright, let's have another tip for being a really good prankster monk.
All right. So the next question to ask yourself is your prank safe? Um,
Mm.
don't risk injury or permanent property damage for the sake of a laugh. Pouring water down someone's pants is harmless. It's just water, it will dry. But you won't
Mhm.
think it's funny when somebody gets hurt or when you're stuck paying for something you broke. Obviously, accidents happen, but if you plan well enough, you can minimize the risk of anything going wrong.
Mhm, mhm, mhm. I would argue water down the pants could be detrimental if your phone's in your front pocket.
That's true. Was your phone in your front pocket when I poured wine on your crotch by accident?
I don't think so. I usually don't hold my phone in my front pocket. We're
Oh
okay
my
there.
god.
We're okay. Oh god.
Oh god, you have to always be aware that I spill things, and there is constantly a chance you will end up with something on the front of you.
Didn't we even capture that on, like, pictures?
Yes.
Alright, I am definitely just gonna we just need to post that picture because it's funny. I'm writing, myself a note so I don't forget.
I I was pouring you wine and I
Yep,
missed your
yep, right into my lap. I think it was white wine, luckily, and not red.
it was, but still, it was
Yep,
cold.
yep,
It was cold
yep.
wine.
That's true, red wouldn't have been cold.
All right,
Ah.
so the next one is a good prank requires planning. If your prank is small and quick, you can probably pull it off on your own, but most pranks require at least one or two accomplices. Make sure everyone involved knows their role in pulling off the prank well before putting it into action. It's also not a bad idea to have some sort of abort signal to tell everyone involved that the prank is off if something starts to go wrong.
I feel like you are like a solo prankster.
Oh no, my favorites are when I can pull other people in.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. The more the merrier.
Oh yeah, because like that's when it goes the best because my hands seem clean, but you know my hands were
Mm.
all over it.
Mhm, mhm. Yep, you had your hands in it.
And I don't deny it, I just don't confirm. I just snarkily giggle. Even when it's not mine, I'll do the same.
It's so funny.
I forget how many you brought, but I think we should go take a break fast.
Okay, yeah, let's do that.
All right. We will be right back on Laughing with Gingers. Is your pet having a rough time, right, meow? Maybe they panic when it's raining cats and dogs.
We're not dog tours, but we highly recommend Chill Paws, a 100% natural CBD that helps your pets chill out.
Oh, and did we mention it's human grade? How pawsome is that?
Your pets will feel like a superstar.
Just head to chillpaws.com and use code GINGERS20 to get 20% off your CBD tinctures, balms, or even bandanas. That's chillpaws.com and use GINGERS20 to get 20% off your order. Bye.
Bye.
Do you think you can hear us quietly laughing throughout the entire time that commercial plays?
We love our own commercial. How ridiculous.
It's so it's so dumb. It's so good.
Oh my god.
Oh
Ugh.
god, I'm red. My cheeks are
Mhm.
sore.
Mhm. Mhm. We're in love with our own commercial.
Yes. You know why? Because we are our own target demographic for that. And that
Yep.
leads right into my next good pranking tip. Are you ready?
Oh, yeah, target your demographic.
Find your target.
Oh, close, that was close.
You're better off pranking someone you know is a good sport as opposed to someone who may get angry with you. Always true. You have to know, you got to know your people. Um,
Yeah.
and some people get mad anyway that you think won't. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Even when it's lighthearted. You really have to be careful when you prank. Make sure it's lighthearted and everyone feels good at the end. And if they don't, you've got to figure out how to make it right.
Have you ever
If you're
had someone really mad at you?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
What was the worst?
Oh my gosh. I think someone stopped being my friend in high school.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like they just it must have just been like one of those days that was just not a good day.
Read the room, Sarah.
And I but I had set it up so I wasn't actually in the room. I had, like, roped in teachers to be my accomplices,
Oh my god.
and this person got very upset.
Oh my god.
Yeah, my poor teachers felt terrible because we all thought it would go over well or they wouldn't have participated.
Mhm, mhm. You just never know, man.
I
Was it on April 1st?
Yes.
Mhm, mhm.
I did make one of my students cry now that I'm thinking about it too.
Oh my god.
She was just having a bad day.
Oh, no. Yep, sounds like you made it worse.
Yeah, I, like, hid something in the place of her artwork that she then thought she lost it. Oh my god, and
Oh,
she just dissolved
no.
into tears right away. There was a big thing with oh my gosh, it was yes. So to continue with, the person's article
How
that
to
I'm
avoid
reading.
that.
Yes. If you're unsure of how someone will react, you run the risk of something going wrong. Honestly, if you prank the wrong person, they might even get violent with you, and it's quite possible that you deserved it.
Yep, yep.
Yeah,
Or you
whenever
might
my
make your
pranks
student
go
cry.
yeah, I mean, whenever my pranks go wrong, I take full responsibility for it.
Yeah,
Because at the
yeah.
end of the day, that person didn't agree to be part of it. Um,
Mhm.
so it's really on me to, like, make and mine are always, like, nice and fun and whatever, and, like, I don't know, just but some days you're just having a bad day, and
Mhm, mhm.
yeah.
It
But also,
happens.
like, don't prank the neighbor that, like, really hates you or something.
Or do.
Maybe in that case, don't get caught.
Yeah. Oh
Alright, what have you
god.
got for me?
Alright. Well, India didn't actually celebrate April Fool's Day, but recently, the younger generations are, like, starting to take part in this, Western influenced tradition. And everyone of all generations are starting to enjoy the fun spirit of April Fool's Day. I like that they are seeing it as a fun spirit. And kids love yelling out April Fools after hoaxing someone, and all will play silly pranks while also making fake calls to friends. Apparently, they like to call up their friends and make like prank calls.
Oh
So
my god, like Bart in The Simpsons with Moe.
yes, I bet you that's kind of where they got it from.
Oh my god, I love it.
I can see that happening. Yeah, yes. So I feel like they definitely take it in a more fun spirit in India, which is great.
We should do an episode on prank calls.
Oh my god, we should. That would be so fun. You would have I feel like you have an endless supply of them.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, did you hear about the town hall where somebody somebody pulled, like, a real life Bart Simpson thing, and it was, like, a town hall meeting, and it was on Zoom, so it was like they kept saying, like, "Oliver Close-Off." "Oliver Close-Off has a question. Oliver Close-Off. Oliver Close-Off, would you please unmute yourself?"
Oh, that's a good
And then there was,
one.
like there were, like, 5 different names. Oh my I'll try to find the video, Philippe sent it to me.
Find the video and we'll record an episode about that.
It made me laugh so hard, I, like, couldn't control myself.
Yeah, understandable.
Okay, do you I can't remember who just went. Oh my gosh, my brain is tired.
I just went, but I can do another one.
Okay, I have 4 left.
Okay, cool. I've got 3. So, in Ireland, April Fool's Day is celebrated in several different ways. Like in the UK, the jokes and pranks on this day are actually expected to end at noon. So, anyone who continues to play jokes in the afternoon they're the ones that look like the fools. And media outlets may also publish hoax on April 1st, and some drivers will drive on the right side of the road, which, is the wrong side. But it's all happening before noon, which is so weird that they have that rule. I wish
That's
we had that
so
rule.
weird.
Mhm, mhm. Yeah. So weird. So April
That's
Fool's
so
like.
weird.
Yeah, don't be an American citizen playing April Fools on people afternoon in the UK or Ireland. You will look like a weird idiot.
So it's in both the UK and in Ireland?
Yeah, they both stop it at noon.
That's really weird.
I know, right? It's so weird.
Man, that would stink if you were a high schooler who loved April Fools and it was on a Saturday or Sunday because you never got up before noon.
Yeah, exactly.
All right,
Oh,
you ready
Lord.
for my next tip?
Mhm.
All right, it's go for it. Once you're ready to pull off the prank, you need to be confident and dive right in. If you hesitate, the person you're pranking could realize what's going on, or if your prank is timed out when you could throw off, and then you could throw off the timing, the whole thing falls apart. Stick to the plan.
Yep, that makes sense. Mhm.
The next one is speaking to me in the 2 stories that I told, or little
Uh-oh, uh-oh.
abridged stories that I told. Be prepared to do damage control. If your prank doesn't go quite as planned, you'll need to take responsibility for it. I agree.
Yeah.
Right away, the sooner the better in this situation. This
Uh,
can include paying for damaged property, so you really need to make sure you plan well enough to avoid this.
God.
Pranking can be
Uh,
complicated.
clearly, there's rules around it.
It's a delicate art.
Yeah,
That's gonna be
yeah.
what we title this, The Delicate Art of Pranking.
Yes. I like that title. Oh, God. All right, well, in Scotland, which for whatever reason is different than, like, Ireland,
And the
a
UK.
in the UK, yeah, exactly. So a foolish person in Scottish is called agowk. It's Agowk. So it makes sense that the day is traditionally known as Hunt the Gawk Day. Scotland is unique in that the people celebrate April Fool's Day for the first 2 days of April. So they've gone completely opposite of what the UK and Ireland do.
I'm
So
here for that.
I am definitely not here for that. So the first day is celebrated by pranking and hoaxing people, while the second day is known as Tally Day, and this is when people place tails on each other's backs. Oh, God. I guess I could get on board with that. A tail on your back, whatever.
I mean, it's like a kick me sign, but
It
without
is.
the casual violence.
Just some casual violence here, folks. Nothing to worry about.
Man, I'm full of one-liners today.
I know. It's so funny. Oh, God. Did you spill your wine?
I my wine is empty, but I would
Okay,
have
good.
onto my computer.
Oh,
Um,
Jesus.
Again, spiller. Also, I startled the Cluzo, my dog.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You gave me a mini heart attack. I was like, "Uh-oh, there goes the wine again."
Listen, like, I know myself, I know I'm a spiller, and I take my
Mhm.
life into my own hands whenever I have anything that could damage anything around me, but that goes the same for, like, I'm a spiller when you hang out with me, and I spilled an entire pint of stout on Philippe on our, like, 3rd date,
Oh,
um,
Lord, have mercy.
all over his jeans.
That's gross, but I have to say I was sitting next to this person who had orange juice in an airplane and spilled orange juice on my whole lap, and that was that got stinky real quick,
Oh,
like, real
no.
quick, and sticky. It was bad, like, the full orange juice. It wasn't even a
Oh,
child.
no.
I would have been like, "That's okay, you're a child, I forgive you, sweet sweet baby." It was an adult drinking orange juice on an airplane, not even with
Could have been
alcohol in it.
it could have been
Milk would have been real bad. Milk would have been real bad, but at least milk isn't sticky, but it would have been real bad. Ugh.
Also, you're kind who like, as an adult drinking milk, there's something about it.
So weird. I know. Oh my god. On an airplane too. Like, whatever, you're drinking a glass of milk in the morning at your house, that seems weird, but it's fine, but you're at literally like, "I would like to order a milk, please," on an airplane, at 2 in the afternoon. That is weird. That's weird.
I feel like if you're not having cookies, a glass of milk as an adult is a very weird flex.
Isn't that weird how one ingredient added makes it all okay?
Or all very wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, like, there is no middle ground here. You're either like, "This is really okay because 'cause you're eating cookies," or "This is really wrong because you're an adult drinking a glass of milk."
Oh
Oh
god.
god. Oh. Anyway,
Oh god.
do
Um,
you have more tips for me?
I do, I do.
Don't drink milk on an airplane.
Yes, and you know what that lesson would be? Learn from your mistakes. Did something go wrong? Think about what could be done next time to avoid any mistakes happening again. If you plan to pull off more pranks in the future, it's important to take something away from each prank so that you improve the next time.
Mhm, mhm. Yep, mhm.
I
Learn
agree.
from your mistakes.
Um, and are you ready for tip number 9? Or
I
do you wanna give
am.
me yours and I can close out with tip number 9?
Alright, I'll give you mine, and then you can close it out.
All right.
So, on April 1st in Sweden, many are out attempting to trick others, as in the usual activity for April Fool's Day. However, if you are successful at tricking someone, instead of screaming April Fools, you shout the phrase, "April, April, you stupid herring, I can trick you wherever I want." And then you run away.
All the fish, all the fish.
You stupid herring. Is that like an insult in Sweden? It's so weird.
You
It's
stupid fish,
so weird.
you.
You stupid trout. Does not compute.
You dumb cod. Oh god.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That was that.
Is that your last one?
That's my last one. Yes.
All right. You ready for mine?
Mhm. Mhm.
Start planning the next one.
You have a year.
You might even want to bring in your previous victims on the next prank. So, especially if they're mad at you for playing one on them. Keep in mind the more pranks you pull, the more of a reputation you'll build as a practical joker. This can make it more difficult to get people to fall for your pranks. So, try to prank different people from different places or different groups of friends.
Yep.
It's
Yep. That
actually a
makes
very
sense.
good tip. I
Mhm.
find it's also the most anxiety provoking when you skip it one year.
Oh, look at you. You should add a comment to that article.
I know. I feel like you have to like add in years where you have a gap year. Um,
Mhm.
Last year, I did not prank. By the way, happy April Fool's Day, everybody. Last year, I did not prank Kristina. So
Mhm.
she was worried about it all day. The prank was that I didn't prank her. Um, so we'll see what happens this year.
Oh, God, instant
There are
anxiety.
rarely 2 gap years in a row.
Oh, God. Oh, save me, guys, save me. Ugh. Well, on that threatening note, thanks everyone for joining us for April Fools on Laughing with Gingers.
We are so happy to have you listening to our silly podcast. And if you like the show, give us a follow, rate, and review on your preferred podcasting platform. It really helps us out. It helps us get discovered. And, we might give you a shout out. Who knows? Roll the
Mhm.
dice.
Ooh, we like reading your reviews. It's fun.
We do.
And follow us on Instagram at Laughing with Gingers. I'm gonna post a picture of Sarah dumping wine into my lap.
Cold
On
wine
accident.
straight to the vagine. And you can send us funny stories like that one or ideas or just share general fun on our Instagram too.
And get access to premium content, including ad-free episodes, swag, special events, access to us, and more starting at just $3. Check us out at patreon.com/laughingwithgingers.
And tune in to Laughing with Gingers next week for more good times.
Bye.
Bye.